Your bank account just lit up. That notification, your paycheck just dropped, and you've got exactly 15 seconds before your brain starts playing tricks on you. 15 seconds. That's the window. After that, your dopamine kicks in, you start mentally spending money that technically belongs to your landlord, your credit card company, and that future version of you who's going to be eating cat food in retirement because you thought you deserved DoorDash 3 times this week. Let me show you two people. Same salary, same city, completely different lives. Person A, the financial sleepwalker. They check their balance on payday and think, nice, I've got $2,400. By day 10, they're checking their account wondering where $1,800 went. By day 25, they're rationing gas and eating ramen every single month. Person B, the capital owner. Their paycheck hits, they don't panic, they don't celebrate, they don't even think about it because 6 months ago, they built a system. Money flows to 8 different places automatically. They know exactly what they can spend because they already paid everyone who mattered, including future them. Here's what I'm going to show you in the next 10 minutes, a routine that will put you ahead of 90% of people, not because you're smarter, not because you earn more, but because you stopped treating your money like a drunk toddler and started treating it like an employee that needs clear instructions. Let's go. Step 1. The necessity reality check. Okay, first things first, you need to know what necessity actually means, because I promise you, you're lying to yourself. True necessities: a roof over your head, housing; food that keeps you alive, not restaurants, food; transportation to earn money, a car payment, gas, or a transit pass; healthcare that stops you from dying. That's it. That's the list. But what about my gym membership? What about Netflix? What about... No, those are wants. Good wants, maybe important wants, but they're not keeping you alive. And here's where the math gets brutal. The 60% rule. If your true necessities eat up more than 60% of your take-home pay, you have exactly 2 problems. 1, you're living somewhere too expensive. Or 2, you're calling luxuries necessities because it feels better than admitting you're financially upside down. Let me give you a real-world example. According to Bankrate's 2026 report, only 1/3 of Americans could cover a $1,000 surprise expense with savings. 2/3 of us are 1 car repair away from a credit card spiral. Why? Because we've convinced ourselves that necessary spending is whatever we're used to spending. Now, there's this thing in Chinese saving culture called the 10-to-1 rule, the idea that you should be able to live on 1/10 of what you earn to build massive discipline and wealth. Is that realistic for most people? No, but the mindset matters. Every dollar you can live without spending is a dollar that starts working for you instead of you working for it. So, here's your homework. Pull up your bank statement. Highlight only the things that would make you homeless, starving, or unable to work if you stopped paying them. Add them up, and if it's over 60% of your take-home pay, you don't have a budgeting problem, you have a lifestyle problem. Step 2. Protecting the foundation. Okay, you've figured out your necessities, now it's time to defend yourself against life's favorite hobby, punching you in the face when you least expect it. Credit score defense. Let's talk about something most people don't realize until it's too late. In the world of credit scores, 97% is a failing grade. According to recent CNBC data, a single missed payment can crater your credit score by 80 to 100 points. 1 late payment, that's it. Consumers with just 1 missed payment average a 553 credit score, about 80 points lower than those with perfect payment histories. You know what that means? You don't get almost perfect credit. You're either 100% on time or you're labeled high risk. And high risk means higher interest rates, which means you're paying thousands more on car loans, mortgages, and credit cards over your lifetime. This isn't moral judgment, it's math. Pay on time, every time. Automate it if you have to. Your credit score is your financial GPA, and employers, landlords, and lenders are checking. The boring emergency fund. Now, the thing everyone hates but everyone needs, an emergency fund. But it just sits there. It's not growing. I could be investing that. Yeah, and you know what else isn't growing? Your stress levels when your car breaks down and you don't have to choose between a payday loan and asking your family for money. Here's the target. 3 to 6 months of expenses if you're in your 20s or 30s, 9 to 12 months if you're in your 40s or beyond, because it takes longer to find jobs as you get older and life gets more expensive. And where do you keep it? In a boring, high-yield savings account. Not invested, not in crypto, not under your mattress. Somewhere liquid, boring, and safe. This isn't about returns. It's about peace of mind. It's about being able to sleep at night knowing that when life happens, you don't spiral into debt.
Step 3.
All right, you've covered the basics. You're not going to get evicted, your credit score is protected, and you've got a cushion for emergencies. Now, we play offense. The employer match. Free money you're leaving on the table. If your employer offers a 401k match and you're not taking it, you are voluntarily giving up a guaranteed 100% return on your money. Let me say that again. 100% return. Guaranteed. According to Vanguard data, the average employer match is about 4.6% of your salary. That means for every dollar you put in, up to the match limit, your employer throws in another dollar. You will never find that deal in the stock market. And yet, 1 in 4 workers don't take full advantage of the match. That's insane. That's like turning down free food when you're hungry. Compound interest, the 8th wonder of the world, or your worst enemy. Here's the scary part. Time is either your best friend or your worst enemy, and most people don't realize which one until it's too late. Let's do some brutal math. Person A starts investing £300 per month at age 25. By 65, assuming a 7% average return, they've got about £870,000. Person B waits until age 35 to start investing the same £300 per month. By 65, they've got about £400,000. Person B delayed 10 years and lost almost £500,000 for waiting a decade. That's compound interest. That's why starting now, even with small amounts, is more powerful than starting someday with big amounts. Milestone psychology. The first £10,000 saved feels impossible. You're scraping together every pound. Progress feels slow. You're doing all the heavy lifting. But once you hit £10,000, your money starts doing the heavy lifting. Compound interest kicks into another gear. The next £10,000 comes faster. And by the time you hit £100,000, the math becomes magic. Your money is making more money than you're contributing in some years. The first mountain is steep, but you've got to climb it. Step 4, debt destruction. Okay, let's talk about the elephant in the room. Debt. If you're carrying high-interest debt, especially credit card debt at 22% interest, you need to treat this like a 5-alarm fire. Because here's the truth. Investing while you're drowning in high-interest debt is like running a marathon with a backpack full of rocks. You're not making progress. You're just suffering more efficiently. Snowball versus avalanche. There are 2 popular methods for paying off debt. Avalanche method, pay off the highest interest rate first, mathematically optimal, saves you the most money. Snowball method, pay off the smallest balance first, mathematically suboptimal, but psychologically powerful. Here's the thing. Personal finance is 20% math and 80% psychology. Yeah, the avalanche method saves you more in interest, but the snowball method gives you wins. You pay off that $500 credit card, it's gone. You feel it, you get momentum, and that momentum keeps you going when the math feels overwhelming. So which one should you use? The one you'll actually stick with. For most people, it's snowball. Quick wins, visible progress, motivation to keep going.
But here's the non-negotiable part. Stop adding to the debt. You can't bail out a sinking boat if someone's still drilling holes in the bottom. The secret weapon. Here's the final piece, the thing that makes all of this actually work. Automation. Because here's the truth. Willpower is a muscle, and muscles get tired. You can't rely on yourself to remember to transfer money every month. You can't trust yourself to not spend money that's sitting in your checking account looking all pretty and available. So you automate everything. The one-day wait system. Here's how it works. Paycheck drops, let it sit for 24 hours. Make sure it clears. No celebrating, no spending, just wait. The next day, everything moves automatically. Emergency fund, automatic transfer. 401k contribution, already coming out of your paycheck. Debt payment, automatic. Investment account, automatic. Bills, automatic. What's left is yours to spend, guilt-free, because you already paid everyone that mattered, including future you. No decisions, no willpower, no "I'll do it next week." It's just done. The wealthy mindset. Here's the shift that changes everything. Poor mindset. I'll save what's left after I spend. Wealthy mindset. I'll spend what's left after I save. Every pound you save is a tiny building block. One block doesn't look like much, but 1,000 blocks, that's a foundation. 10,000 blocks, that's a house. And that house is called financial freedom. So here's the deal. Your paycheck isn't a gift, it's a tool. And like any tool, it only works if you know how to use it. Stop being a financial sleepwalker. Stop wondering where your money went. Stop living paycheck to paycheck when you don't have to. Build the system. Automate the system. Trust the system. Because 6 months from now, a year from now, 10 years from now, future you is going to be so grateful you started today. Now, stop watching YouTube and go set up that automatic transfer. You've got this.